Hey everybody, this is Sean B. Bradley, CEO of Dealer Synergy and founder of Automotive Internet Sales.com. I'm on site right now at the Neil Huffman Auto Group in Louisville, Kentucky. And this is like a mini training. This is not our full-blown training, so I wanted to just make sure you guys don't show them because they're eating right now. This is only a snippet of what our whole system is. But this is the most impactful is the phone process. What we just did, and I want to remind you, is we just did 2 mystery shopping calls. One was with what Nissan store?
Byerly Nissan.
Byerly Nissan, and we just did Bach Volkswagen, and basically, you could hear the voices, you could talk. Would you rate from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate the Nissan call?
6, maybe. 6 or 7.
6 or 7, and how would you rate the VW call?
Maybe 2.
2. So basically, they were just a little bit above average for the Nissan and way below average on the VW, but none of them made you compelled, right or wrong?
Correct.
This is the second largest purchase that the average American's going to have in your market area. So this cannot be just a 6. It has to be a 12. Do you understand me? You need to be able, and this is what you want to remember is, 1, did I qualify my prospect? Did I identify their wants, wishes, expectations? Again, did I identify their wants, wishes, expectations on the phone? Did I make sure that they knew when they hung up the phone what is different and better about our organization than anybody else? Did I make this the only choice? Not a choice, but the only choice, correct? Now to recap what we talked about earlier today is just the high-level stuff from a 10,000-foot view. Approximately 92 to 99% of people go online before they step into the dealership. The average internet prospect is looking at 5 to 8 other websites and dealerships. They're spending approximately 11 hours online doing research. And then this is also what's crazy, what we're going to talk about right now. Only 20% of people are solely price motivated. So let's talk about that for a second. So team, we just heard 2 real phone calls. If it was just about price, maybe there was even somewhat maybe okay. But if you believe NADA, JD Power, and Dealer Synergy that price is only 20% of it, then what's the other stuff? It's the experience on the phone. It's the information you have. It's your value package. There's other things besides price. So the only thing you're talking about is price on the phone. Do you see how that doesn't make any sense? Mm-hmm. I'm also going to share with you. You guys ever heard of, or for you, man on the camera, have you ever heard of a psychologist called Maslow? Mm-hmm. You have, right?
Yes. Okay.
Can you just give a quick, synopsis? Who's Maslow? He was the guy that had the hierarchy of needs. Do you remember that? It's basically all human beings have a certain level of needs, starting with air, water, food, shelter, comfort, etc. And the least, but what a real value is something called self-actualization, by being accepted. But do you see there's a difference? That's why they're, the one on the top versus the big needs, it's incremental. So what I mean by that is that there's certain things that are more important to somebody. Like, what do you think is more important? Making sure that your peers think you're awesome and you're socially accepted, or that you have air to breathe quickly?
Air to breathe.
Now, I want you to think on the scientific terms of a prospect. Prospect has an initial need. It's price. Mostly people are asking for the price, but it's also the condition to. There's buttons on the internet that say, click here for price quote. I just looked at the Bach website. You know what it said? All 2012 models are below invoice or priced at invoice. What the hell do you think somebody's going to ask for if all they see is click for price quote, call me for price quote, find out what the price is this? What are they going to ask for?
Invoice.
They're going to ask for the price. What's the price, or I want the best price, correct? So again, but that's the first reason. Second reason, with this being such a large purchase, price is important. Third is that a lot of people, not most people or everybody, but a lot of people, they don't know how to equate value to an automotive purchase besides price. They don't know about engines, safety. They don't understand and can't comprehend the magnitude of what differentiates a great deal or a great vehicle. So it's okay, well, what does it cost? Also, with us being in this industry where the majority of dealerships have a negative stigma, about being less than perfect, etc. You know what I mean? They're stressed out. The economy, all that other stuff has to play into it. Now, just so you guys know, this is a video that's being recorded. The idea is there's a lot of angst, there's a lot of stress when it comes to price. What happens is if dealerships aren't trained to be able to handle that and then further find out, there's a major problem. Okay, what I mean by that is if you've got weeds in your yard and you just rip the weeds out but you don't get the root, what happens?
Come back.
They come back. So if I'm telling you that only 20% of people are solely price motivated, but 80, 90% of people, start with price or fix with price, you see how it's not even? But that means almost everybody you talk to, right or wrong, wants to know what prices to get the best deal. Yes or no? Yes. But at the end of the day, only 20% of people are solely price motivated. So if you're not skilled to meet that expectation and then transition and further find out what else is important, you're never going to be able to find out what the roots are. You're only pulling out the weeds right off the top. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Time check. Don't stop.
6 minutes.
Oh, we got more time. We got up to 15. But I just want to have a pace. So to recap that little bit right there, what we want to make sure is that we understand that price is important, but it's by far not the most important thing. There has to be other value. That guy didn't understand that. He just thought it was just customer satisfaction. You also got to realize, don't say the same things. I'm going to look at the camera so you can get real close. How many people have you ever heard salespeople wise say, hey, Mr. Customer, Mrs. Customer, we're number 32 in the region. We halfway suck. Give us a shot. We'll try not to screw up too bad. Does that ever happen? Yes or no? Can't hear you.
No.
Joe, you ever heard the dealership say that? No, of course not. What do they all say? We're number one. We're the biggest in the region. We have the best customer satisfaction. We get the lowest prices. Every dealer says the same vaporware. Do you understand me? So how are you going to stand out? If I'm telling you that the average internet prospect is searching 5 to 8 other dealerships, 5 to 8 other websites, what the hell do you think they're saying? The same stuff that kid was saying from Bach VW, right or wrong. We're the best, we're the number one, we're this, we're that. Okay, I get it. If everybody's the best, everybody has the biggest inventory, everybody's this and that, why should I buy from you? Make sense? Now, the next thing is the product itself. I'm going to say something that's going to make not a lot of sense. It's not about the car. It is not about the truck. It's not about the vehicle, period. It's not. As per J.D. Power information, it's a fact over 82% of people that submit a purchase request are going to buy something different. Either the car is not available, they're upside down on the trade, the credit is banged up, they can't afford the car, the monthly payment, whatever. Or they change their mind. There's a bunch of reasons why. So does it really make sense to turn around and try to really focus on the car and sell them on it? Because what happens if they come into the dealership? That's why I ask new, used, etc. If you're selling me, used cars suck, new cars are the way to go, they're the best, and then you come in and don't qualify for that, or it's too much money, then you're gonna have to sell against yourself and try to resell a person onto a used car. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Or what if they're coming in and they're looking for a major Passat or something like that, but they're leaving in a used Golf? You follow me? Same thing when they're coming in on a Maxima and they're leaving on a 2001 Sentra. My point being is that you need to make sure that it's not about the car. If you want to pace yourself, which I'll train you what that means, if you want to pace the conversation on, let's just say, the specs of the vehicle, I'm okay with that. But you can't live and die and try to sell the car over the phone. Make sense? All right. So now, what we're going to do with the dealer syncing process, kicking in right now, is I'm going to give you the 10-step outbound phone call process. We're going to, focus on that for a little bit. And I'm going to explain to you the psychology of what the dealer syncing process is, why it's there. And then if we have time, we'll start to drill it. Any questions?